Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a team deathmatch gameplay on the map Array, where I'll be using the gold G11 with a low power scope on it. And today I thought I'd talk a little bit about the map Array, maybe give you guys some tips for it, and maybe for the G11 as well. So to start off this gameplay, you'll notice that I immediately throw a Semtex up at the Jeep towards the top of this little hill area right here. And the reason why I want to point this out is not because of what I did, but where I was when I did it. What I want to say to you guys is that you've probably seen a million people throw grenades at that Jeep before. You've probably done it yourself a million times before, but what I'm going to say is key to not getting killed yourself is getting on that tractor that's to my left right now. Now the reason why I say that is because after you do explode that Jeep, whether or not you kill anyone, and by the way, you usually do, it surprises me to this day how many people actually get behind that when it's not exploded, but you know, after you've exploded that Jeep, whether you got the kill or not, people are going to try and get behind that Jeep on the enemy team to look down towards where you are sort of throwing that at. And a lot of people have learned that by getting behind that Jeep, you're only showing your head, so it makes you a really hard target, and they can typically look down that long line of sight and get a couple kills. So what you want to do is you want to counter that, and the best way to do that is, like I said, to get on this tractor in the bed area, because when you crouch there, you're not exposing any of your head, and you can constantly just pop up, shoot a couple bullets at these people, and if you got a good shot with an assault rifle, you'll probably be able to kill them fairly easily. And that's kind of what I did in this gameplay, except I killed some people behind the concrete. The next thing I want to point out is that you don't want to rush up towards this Jeep. It's definitely a mistake to run up to this right after you kill a couple people. You'll notice that I lingered back towards the building back there to make sure that the bulk of the enemy team wasn't trying to flank us, because that often happens. If you have a bunch of teammates who run up here by the Jeep and do kill a bunch of people, oftentimes it will flip the spawn and people will start spawning a little bit closer towards your back, and then you might end up with one of those situations where the spawns flip 180 degrees. So again, it's important to not rush up to the Jeep immediately, try and get some kills. It might be tempting because there might not be a lot of action going on where you are, but seriously, I think it'll be a lot better and a lot more consistent in the long run if you don't. So in this gameplay, I was using the kill streak setup 789 Valkyrie rockets, Blackbird, and a chopper gunner. Valkyrie rockets aren't really that great. I tend to use them sort of as a UAV. I typically only get like 1 or 2 kills with them, but what I do is I shoot them straight up in the air and then go down when I have used about a quarter of the fuel in them. If you go any higher than that, you'll probably end up destroying the Valkyrie rockets. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you go too far up in the air, you'll destroy your own Valkyrie rocket. But what you want to do is use about a quarter of your fuel, then turn down, and then you have a really nice view of the top of the map, and you can see where a lot of the enemies are. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm in a chopper gunner, a gunship, or Valkyrie rockets, doesn't matter, anything like that, I take a look at where the enemies are, especially in relation to where I am on the map. The reason why you want to do that is because when you get out of that, you need to know which way you should be looking. If you have nothing on your radar, if you have maybe you're being counter UAV, or you're getting jammered, whatever it may be, you should have some sort of an idea of where you should be looking. So even if 5 out of 6 of the enemy team are using Ghost Pro and you don't know where they are, pay attention to where at least one guy is and where he is in relation to you, so you can be ready and be alert when you get out of your kill streak, because the worst thing in the world is when you get out of your kill streak and you think you're safe, and then you just kind of run in one wrong direction and you realize, wait a minute, there was like a bunch of enemies around me there. So not only pay attention to where the enemies are on the map, but pay attention to where they are in relation to you. The second kill streak that I was using, the Blackbird, pretty standard. It's a big map, it can come in handy. And third kill streak, chopper gunner, again standard. In this gameplay, one thing that I was using that isn't so standard is the gun that I'm using, the gold G11 with the low power scope on it. Now, I remember way back the first day I played this game, or not the first day I got the G11, I put on the low power scope on it, and I thought it was the most ridiculous gun in the world. And then, a few days later, I realized, no attachment is far better. But I gotta tell you guys, if you're playing, a big map, really the low power scope isn't all that bad. If you're playing an array, you're playing a jungle, and you are, good enough, I don't want to say good enough, excuse me, if you do refrain from playing too aggressively, you can use the G11 low power scope to your advantage a whole lot. If you run into the enemy spawn a lot and you're forced to hip fire, you'll probably end up not doing so well with the G11 with a low power scope on it. But like in this gameplay, if you play defensively and you keep your distance from the enemy and you constantly know where they are, you're paying attention to your surroundings, you can use the G11 with a low power scope on it really well and get a good score. So unfortunately in this gameplay, the host did migrate and then it never actually completed the process, so the game kind of just ends right here. However, when I did end, I had 32 kills and only 1 death, death, and it looked like I was about to get on another kill streak, but that's, whatever. I can deal with that. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this gameplay, please take a second to rate the video. It really helps me out, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.